What's up guys, Tom here. I hope you are doing great today. So today I'll be showing you guys how to create a 3D displacement in After Effects, as I promised you guys, and I'll be showing you guys some simple things but which are really cool, and I hope you're going to enjoy. So without say, let's take a look first at what we'll be creating today. Alright guys, I hope you enjoy. So now we're gonna start creating this stuff, right? We're gonna create a new comp, and we're gonna call this tutorial. There we go. I'm just gonna close all this down. I don't wanna have too much comps in here, it's gonna give me problems. Here we have our first comp tutorial, and then we're gonna create a new solid. And I'm gonna call this flare. Alright, just want to let you know guys that if you don't have optical flare from Video Copilot, you can use a flare that came with After Effects. It's a plugin that came with, so you can use that one as well. So I'm just gonna use optical flare from Video Copilot. Alright, there we go. And this is what I'm gonna use to create our displacement that we're gonna do in the tutorial today. Alright, there we go. And this is all I need. So if you want to add more stuff, it's up to you. You can do all those crazy stuff you want to do. So alright, so now we're gonna need an adjustment layer, new adjustment layer. There we go. And then we're gonna use turbulence displace, I think. Alright, we're gonna use the turbulence displace, and we're gonna change the displacement to twist smoother. Alright, and then let's increase this to about 8, and now we're gonna increase the amount. Let's just bring that to a huge amount, about 1,000. It's quite big. And then we're gonna bring the size to 36. Alright, I'm just gonna increase the amount. Alright, there we go. So if you wanna add any additional color to this, we're gonna have to use the tint effect. We can use the tint effect. Tint, there we go. And here now we can change the color to any color that you wanna use. I'm just gonna use the one that I've showed you in the video. I'm just gonna change it a little bit. Alright, I think we're good to go. And then we're gonna need a level just to add a bit details to all this. We're gonna need a level. Just gonna close all this down to have some space in here. Alright, let's go to the input black, and then just bring it down. Let me just change this to alright. I think I'm gonna go to about 3. Alright, and then we're gonna use the curves, bring this up. There we go. And the gamma as well, we're gonna bring it, increase this. Now it's too much, bring it down. About 1.02. Alright, so we're almost there. And what we're gonna do right now is let me just go back to our optical flare. Just gonna need to bring this down. I'm just gonna bring it down here, and you can also increase the light if you want to. I'm gonna bring it to 120. Alright, there we go, bring it to 120. So now we're gonna have to pre-compose all this. Let's pre-compose this, and then you can hold on Control Shift C to pre-compose that. If you don't want to do it on your keyboard, you can just right click and then there you go, pre-compose. And we're gonna call this displacement. Alright, there we go. So now we're gonna need to create an adjustment layer, new adjustment layer, and then we're gonna use a glass effect, CC glass. We're gonna use this CC glass effect that we have here. Let's go to our surface. We're gonna change the property on the bump map to our displacement that we have. Right now we're gonna have to play a little bit with the settings that we have in here. And we have the light, we have the shading. We're not gonna touch all this, but if you want to add more details to have that cool things, so we're gonna have to tweak this a little bit. So now let's just go to our softness. I'm gonna bring it down, and then the displacement, increase that as well, and the height. Alright, now we're getting some cool stuff. Alright, there we go. One thing I want to do is that you can lock this down, just lock this down, and then go to the displacement and then bring it this side so that we can see what we're doing. We have this is, there we go. Now bring it this side, and this is what we have. This is our optical flare. So now we're just gonna add more details to this, and it's going now we can see what we'll be doing, because we don't want to be working in our 3D displacement with a scene behind the scene that what we have. So here we go, and then we're just gonna need to, let's go to our adjustment, and then we can just we can call this I'm just gonna leave it like that, it's cool. Now I'm just gonna try to increase a little bit of this. Alright, and then the size. Right now we have a different look about it. Now it's kind of look different. Then I'm gonna leave it to about 50. Now 60. Alright, there we go. And I'm just gonna close this down. Now we got something cool. Alright, just bring it down there. Alright, I think this is really good to go, and then I'm just gonna go back to our displacement. Just gonna close this, unlock that. Alright, there we go. And let's try to add some more details to it. Softness, you can bring it down, increase it, and then the height as well. I think about it is cool. Alright, so to add a bit of light to it, some glow thing happening in our scene, we're gonna need to duplicate this. Let's duplicate this, duplicate that, and we're gonna use an effect set matte channels, and then we're gonna I don't think this is the one. Let's just see what we got. Set matte. Alright, we're gonna use this one, and we're gonna choose change the use for matte to luminous. There we go. We can just hide it and see what we have. This is what we have. So now we can add more details to this guy that we have in our scene, and then let's go to we want to use the glow effect. Bring this down. Alright, and then alright, let's see what we have. Just gonna bring it down. I really want it to shine a little bit. Let's hit another one. Bring the size down. Alright, we're gonna close all this down, and then let's use the curves. Use the curves, bring that up. Alright, there we go. Now it's really different from what I've showed you in the video. So this is all about tutorials. You're never gonna get the same result that you did in your last video. So this is what we have now. So now we're just gonna pre-compose all this, and then we're gonna call this 3D displacement. 3D displacement. Alright. And then we're gonna grab a camera. I'm gonna grab a camera, and there we go. We're good to go. We have a camera, and then we're gonna have to use the camera tool. Just change the mode to 3D. There we go. Let's zoom in a little bit. As we can see, things are not really clear and they're kind of blurrish and stuff. So what we're gonna do is then to have those cool things happening in our scene is that we're gonna have to use what is this effect again? I think it's the sharpen, whatever it is. We're just gonna increase the size of this to have those cool details in our scene. Alright, as we bring it to high, you see things are really changing. So I'm just gonna leave it to about 51. Alright, I think we're good to go. Now we're gonna have to use our camera tool. I think we're moving really fast, and I'm having a good time right now. So now we're gonna use a motion tile. Just to increase the size of this guy that we have in our scene. We wanna fill up all this empty space. So let's go to the output width, increase that, and then to the height as well. Can bring that up, and then boom, there we go. And then there's one thing that you're gonna do to hide all this kind of crazy thing you're seeing around you, and I'm gonna show you guys how you can animate this to have that cool things that I showed you in the video. So now to have some cool things in your scene is that you're gonna have to let's go to our camera. It's AA on your keyboard, and we have the depth of field. Just turn it around. Alright, there we go. Nothing is showing. And let's go to our focus distance, and let's bring it to about 500. Now you see we start seeing something happening in our scene. Just gonna bring it down. Alright, bring it down again. Boom, nothing is happening. So now we need to have our focus point where we're gonna have to focus. Where do you need to focus? So right now we're gonna do some let's just play around with our focus distance. Right, I want all the I just want to have a point of focus where I can get my cool stuff. And then we have let's increase this. Alright, bring this up, and the blur level we can bring it to about 120. One thing I love to do is that I really like to increase my zoom size of the camera, just to have that realistic thing. I don't know you guys call it. I'm just gonna bring it to about 2000. Alright, now we're not saying anything, so let's just play around with our focus distance. Alright, let's play with it. Gonna bring it down. Just close this now for now, and then we need to create a null object. Change it to a 3D mode. There we go. Let's go to rotation. Need to rotate this a little bit. Now bring it to 0. Alright, about here. There we go. And let's go back to our camera, AA on the keyboard, and here we really need to get a focus point. I really want my focus to be around here, so I'm just gonna see what we can get. Let me just try to go back. All right, there we go. So now our focus is all about here. We're gonna focus around here. Just gonna increase the level. I don't want to see the background and stuff. Just gonna increase it, bring it when I have the cool things around here. Bring it down again. It's going blurry. Right, there we go. So I hope you guys are having a good time of what I'm showing guys today. Just gonna bring it about here. So now we can see our scene. It's really dark, and we need to have those cool reflections and stuff in our scene. So we can go back. You can do some you can do some adjustment in here, but I prefer to go back to my 3D displacement in here to increase more. Now I'm just gonna create an adjustment layer, and we're just gonna call this glow. All right, bring this up. Not too much, just a little bit. Alright, and we can also go back to our displacement. And then go to the curves. Bring this up. There we go. Let's go to our optical flares. Increase the brightness. No, that's too much. About 150. Alright. And then let's go to the levels. Then we're gonna bring this to about 5. Alright, let's go back to our tutorial comp. And as you can see, we're getting some cool reflection in here. It's really amazing. Alright, and let's go back to our camera, hit AA, and let's play around for a focus point. This is really cool. So now I just want to show you guys that you can animate all this cool stuff you're seeing in the scene. I'll be showing you guys right now. So let's go back to our 3D displacement, and then we're gonna lock down first of all our tutorial comp. Just gonna close all this down. I'm gonna lock this down. Let's go back to our 3D comp. We're gonna bring it this side. Alright, so now what we're gonna do now is that we're only gonna play around with our glass effect that we have here. This is what we're gonna do. We're not gonna touch anything. And one thing I forgot is that let's go to our shader and increase the roughness. Alright, there we go. We're getting some cool stuff in there, and we have also the metal. If you bring it down, it doesn't really look good, but it's kind of, I don't know if you guys like that, but I'm just gonna leave it about here. Alright, and also let's go to the diffuse. Alright, so I hope you guys are having a good time I hope you guys are really having a good time right now. So I really like this one. It's really amazing. Alright, so here we have softness, height, and displacement. This is what we're gonna use to create our animation. So now we're just gonna go to about 3 seconds, and I'm gonna hit the keyframe for all these 3 elements we have here, and go back to about 1 second and bring the size down to 0. And there you go. So as your key is moving, you're having some cool stuff happening. Alright, just gonna close this down for now. Let's go back to our COM tutorial. So I'm just gonna go about here as it starts showing about here. And this is really amazing, man. I'm having a good time. I hope you guys are learning some good stuff today. Just gonna bring it about here. All right, so now I'm just gonna have to zoom in a little bit to have that momentum as we're going through with our camera. All right, this is let's go back to our tutorial com. This is where we have our good stuff in here. All right, let's go to the camera, and then now we're gonna hit P on your keyboard for positions. Hit a keyframe about it. I'm just gonna bring it about to the face frame, and then about here as it starts showing, we're going to zoom in. And let's just also go back and it's A on keyboard. All right, and then we're gonna zoom in, but I don't want to go in too much about here. All right, and then let's see what we get. All right, there we have it. This is really cool, so amazing. I'm having a good time showing you guys all this cool stuff. Look at it, and I'm sure you can create some cool stuff just by watching this 3D displacement. Alright, one thing I just want to show you guys before we finish this. Alright, let's go to our focus distance. Alright, as we start moving in, and we can see our camera, we can see that our focus distance it's on 1 point, is not moving as well. So what we're gonna do is as the camera is moving in, you can also change your focus distance to a point that you wanna really. You can also check out my Facebook and my website, and then all the links will be down in the description. So I will see you guys next time. Peace.